All right, we're hot. We're live.
We are.
We are.
Another episode.
All right. Welcome everybody back to the Dorks podcast presented by J and T. I'm Jay.
I'm T.
Yay! We got it right. So today, I guess we're going to talk about Demon Slayer, and if we have time, Kaiju number 8. Because as of this time of the recording, they just dropped the final episode of Demon Slayer for the Hashira arc. And Kaiju number 8 season 1 just wrapped up too. So
sad.
Why is it sad?
Because Kaiju number 8 was the anime. For me,
for the whole season.
This recent month.
Oh, okay.
Or
so say the summer shows haven't even started yet.
Yeah,
it's just
like
the winter
just
shows.
this recent one. Kaiju's been hitting it.
I was
from
really
the
surprised.
ending song and how it is. I've read majority of it in manga. I haven't caught up yet. No spoilers, please.
I haven't read any of the manga.
But yeah, the animation that they did for it, and then the characters, the voices. Watch sub, by the way. Don't do dub.
Well, I think Crunchyroll only gave you the option for dub. I don't think it gave you the option for sub.
Did you wait?
Because
which is the one with the subtitles?
Sub.
Yeah. I only watch sub. I don't watch dub.
There you go.
So
because
did I say the opposite?
Yes,
Oh,
because
okay. No.
or at least I think you did. Because on Crunchyroll they had a countdown for every single episode for the entirety because people were super excited for it. What? I don't care. I did.
I didn't want to say it on there.
It's fine. I'm telling you what happened. You don't have to say anything. I'm just telling you what happened.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they would do like 16, like 24 hours, like countdown clock or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just dub. You didn't really have a choice,
Yeah.
but it was still good.
Yeah.
I mean, I fell right in love with it. It surprised me.
No, I don't know. Something about American VA. No, well, I mean, it has to hit. Like, I think Naruto was really good, Adam, but I don't know. I haven't really. I think Bleach was kind of good too with the Black Ranger.
Don't get me started
Adam.
with Bleach. Don't start talking about Bleach.
There's been some, but I don't know. Something about just the original VAs just hit.
Yeah.
And I don't mind reading. Keeps my brain engaged.
I think for me, the subs work better for people who speak English because your brain is more willing to accept that it's a fictional world because they're speaking in a way that you don't understand. That's how I've always viewed it.
Well, getting deep into it.
Yeah,
huh?
like kind of like if I were dropped into a world and I didn't know any of the language, it'd be easier for my brain to go like, what is real? What is happening right now? Like what is going on? Rather than, being like, hey, grab that kaiju and pull him over here. Like, what? Okay.
True.
That's just how I feel about it.
No, I agree.
So, but you're all caught up with the manga then?
Not with kaiju, but
Okay.
with Demon Slayer, which we're starting off with. Yes,
Okay.
I know it all, and I couldn't be happier. Demon Slayer has always been great presentation since from the get-go, as far as how they've done things, and it's exciting. It's so exciting.
Do you want me to tell you where they are, like what they know?
Yeah, go on ahead.
For the anime?
Yeah, because everybody,
Okay.
I haven't caught up with the
All right,
anime.
so if
Bunch
you
of
don't
light
want to get
stuff is-
spoiled,
Yeah, turn it off. Here's
go
your...
watch Demon Slayer and come back. Just
Yeah.
time travel and we'll be right here.
We'll give you 3 seconds to turn off.
1-3. Let's go.
All right.
So, so they in the Hashira arc, he fought the Wind Hashira. That was like one of the big first things that happened, and he got like a restraining order or whatever.
Yeah.
Then one of Muzen's higher ranked demons, upper ranked demons, had her eyes all over the place, all over the training area, and all the demons had secluded into a castle, into his domain or whatever. Then I'm just trying to do like the big information dumps about what's going on. Nezuko is like hidden and being protected. Found out the backstory for the current water Hashira. Kind of sad. I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
Kind of sad.
It's been a while. I read all of Demon Slayer a while back, so I'm just recapping right now the memories.
The big thing is they found out the information about the marks.
Yeah. Okay.
The marks. So
Yeah.
so
I
the
know.
Hashira are trying to get them. For
Yeah.
those who don't have them. Then we found out the backstory for the Earth Hashira.
Yeah.
That was sad.
That
hurt.
That hurt.
That hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Freaking, what is his name? The yellow boy. Can't ever remember his name.
What, the lightning?
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, I can never remember his name.
It's gonna come to me, and I'm gonna be like,
well,
yeah,
when you remember it, remind me, because I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was the big thing is the head of the Demon Slayer organization blew up, his whole family and Muzan.
Yeah.
And then they had the ambush, and then they ended it by having everybody go into the castle, and they're trying to slaughter the whole Demon Slayer Corps. And it was like, so mad.
Okay, I know. God, what was his name?
Yeah, I cannot remember his name.
It's not even.
Is it Zenitsu? Is Zenitsu? Yeah,
that's it.
So
thank you.
So he finally did what I've been waiting for him to do the entire freaking time of the entire show, was actually turn into a badass.
Yep.
Because I'm like, I know he can do it. I'm tired of this little lover boy whining, complaining thing. Do it.
And only fighting when he's like asleep.
Yeah.
And stuff.
I'm like, just keep the dude asleep. I don't care. Just keep him out. He's so much cooler when he's asleep. Just shut him up, put him to sleep, and just. But my sister loves him. I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's so great. He's the best boy. I'm like, no, he's not. Whatever.
Like the accent's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has his moments. He does annoy me a little bit just because of but I get it. But just the sheer amount of just whining and crying. How can you be like a lover boy if you're whining all the time? Like, how can you be like, oh, Nezuko, I love you, when you're just, oh, keep me away, I'm scared, I don't want to fight. Yeah. I'll do it for Nezuko. And still loses, falls asleep, and then it's just like, whoa.
Well, what's always made me mad, we're getting on a tangent, but what's always made me mad about him is that he can only do one form in his sleep.
And he does it very well.
And it's the best freaking form
very well
out of everybody so far, because it's so OP. It's so fast. He's like the Flash. But it drives me nuts because I'm like, dude, if you could get your split personality together, that'd be great. I would love you to be able to, or let the other guy take over. You're useless. Just let him just take over.
If you get all the ladies, then. Yeah. But like, no, that's so true.
So that's where they ended off with, and I was like, I told T earlier, I was literally dangling on the edge of my chair, like just staring at the TV, ignoring my wife. Like, no, hold on, let me watch this.
Yeah, a lot of people were very excited for it. I saw some of it too, and then the animation and clips going forward, especially with the Stone Hashira.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's gonna be such a beautiful and colorful fight. Seizure, epileptic, and be seizure ready, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be full of color and.
Dude, this last episode threw me off because it was 40 minutes long. So when it ended, it was literally like, I was like, no.
Yeah.
No!
Wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
Just like a movie. So.
You jerks. So yeah, it would have been like the halfway point for a movie. It would have been great.
Is there going to be a movie? They've done a movie
What I've heard is it's 3 movies next.
Okay.
Is what I've heard. It's from people on TikTok. Thank you so much, TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. Is that shameless plug. That when it ended, I made a TikTok video and I was like, please tell me that's not the last episode. Please. And everyone was like, yeah, it is. But they're making 3 movies after to cover the story.
That's the one good thing about the Demon Slayer. They've always released movies prior to, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. But since this is the final, you may probably have to wait
like
a bit.
3 years.
You may have to wait for a bit. Because, I mean, it's the end pretty much.
I know, but...
I mean, clip or spoilers, I mean... This is it. I mean, unless they add on from what the manga did, it's after all this.
I don't think they will. After all the hype and love it's got, I think that they'd be very dumb to change anything from.
Well, hopefully, but animes like to add their own stuff after mangas.
I guess so.
But it's good. All the fights are going to be great. I'm excited for it to be animated, all of it, to be honest. It's going to blow everything out the water. I don't whatever it runs up against when they release it will probably be taking a back seat to it just because everyone knows this is.
If it takes 3 years, One Piece might be getting really close to the end.
Oh, we'll see.
It'll be right there with it.
It'll be right there with it. Well, then it'll be probably the biggest season of anime right there. A lot of people are saying we've probably had like the peak best anime seasons so far.
It kind of feels like the peak of like where Marvel was, like Infinity War. And it feels like we have just a little bit more climb and then just downhill.
Yeah, but we'll find out. I don't know. That's the thing though with comparing anime and movies and stuff like that. And you finish one anime that's so good, and then all of a sudden there's another one just right on the horizon, or a sleeper that's just not getting enough recognition, but all of a sudden it just blows up, and it's right up there with it. Yep. That's the one good thing on why I love anime so much. And it's kind of like how we explained in, I believe, our pilot or episode 1, how there's something for everyone. And for anyone, and it's always ever just growing, getting bigger, and more exposure. Back when I was young, if you liked anime, you were a nerd or all that, but now it's like mainstream now.
Yeah, so. you were a goth kid or a cat girl or something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't that, but
that's what I'm saying.
If you were,
because growing up, I was not into anime because that's what I thought it was. It's like, you're the you're weird kid,
backpack wearing goth kid with the head down, or something like that.
Yeah,
like we had those, but like. I mean, we just thought that. Sorry, I'm a little ADHD moment. But yeah, it's just like, you're that guy, okay.
Well, and also with animation getting so much better, even like animes that we would probably say weren't that great, just with the visuals, they're hyped up so much.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Animation was good back then. I mean, because it was of what we had. Or what was available to us, but now since technology and everything is upgraded, it just looks so much better. Which I mean, it's a nod to our progression as a society. Yeah. But
imagine Cowboy Bebop in like Demon Slayer animation.
It's hard because I like Cowboy Bebop's animation. I really loved. And it's weird how people call it like 90s animation,
but you know what they're talking about.
Over that, but you know what it's talking about. But it's like it's not technically it's animation. It's just what it was back then. Yeah. but you know what you're talking about. But I think with the storytelling of Cowboy Bebop, the dark, the jazzy tone, and the animation that they had with it fits it so well. I can't imagine that type of scenery.
We can talk about Cowboy Bebop another time because there's some things that
I don't know. I liked it. It was a little mature for me.
Very mature for a lot of people.
But it
was great. It was great
good
for its time.
I loved it.
Amazing.
I still love it today. And we're talking about the anime. Not the live action bullshit that Netflix put out and decided to call Cowboy Bebop.
I haven't seen it yet. I probably won't
with
watch it.
Freaking Harold from Harold and Kumar. All right? Okay. Well, get that straight. I'm getting pretty pissed off about it right now.
Well,
all right?
Here's the thing. We're going to get off of Cowboy Bebop.
Let's stop because I'm going to start getting angry.
If I say what I want to say, you're going to get so mad.
You know what? Let's just end it right there.
We're going to go back. We're going to go back.
We'll save that for another episode.
To Kaiju and Demon Slayer because that's what this one's about anyway. But I was very surprised by Kaiju because I didn't know anything about it. I'd seen like
a lot of people didn't.
All I'd seen was like the cover manga picture of it. It was like, oh, okay, whatever, another Kaiju mecha thing. And then it dropped and I watched and I was like, oh, this is different.
Oh.
This is different.
Oh. You had the same expression as most of the population because they did not know about the power of Kaiju. I've been reading Kaiju for a good while.
Yeah.
Granted, I've had life stuff that's came in to keep me from, staying frequent with it. But
quit messing with your life.
Sorry. I'm just having fun. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling and talking. But yeah, Kaiju there's so many underrated mangas and manhwas and that are getting adaptations that people are slept on or know nothing about, and this was one of them.
That's kind of what I like. I kind of like only being an anime watcher So that way when stuff like
so
that
you're
happens,
surprised.
I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
It sucks when you're
great.
a manga reader too, because I love. I mean, my free time is basically just reading. You know, I have an iPad. I just sit here and read manhwas, mangas, whatever, shonens, all
sounds great.
Whatever, and you know, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's adaptation of it coming out. I'm like, wow, people are not ready.
Well, see, I don't get the disappointment for when they change something because it's new to me.
I do.
It's the right story.
I do.
So if they change something, I have to ask, and people are like, "Oh, it was terrible." I'm like, "No."
Someone tried to add things for better, and it's sometimes it's good, but most of the time, it's just
sometimes I will. There will be shows where I'm like, I don't know why they did this. And you're like, that wasn't in the manga. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why they did that.
Yeah, but yeah, Kaiju number 8. It's great. I love it. Love the song. Oh, the music. Oh man, I'm so into anime music. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Like I can just put on tracks and tracks of just anime openers or endings. Everyone knows Naruto's big ones, Bluebirds and all Bluebirds. What the Bluebird?
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't murder me over it.
Rip him apart. Rip him apart.
It's just a slip of the tongue. But yeah, it's just the OSTs. Oh man, they're great,
dude. They're great. One that I listen to at the gym, which I think is hilarious, is
No,
is Rent a Girlfriend's OST. I love it so much. It's so good.
When you're working out,
yeah, I'll be pumping it. I made a TikTok about it. I was like, I'll be ripping some good weight and just be like. Listening to it makes you feel like I'm listening to like a Barbie song or something for some reason.
Because some guys are probably just staring like, "Oh man, he's getting it today," and it's just like the literally the parodies you see on YouTube or
I have
TikTok
RBF
or something like that.
Real bad, especially in the gym. Like I have real bad RBF, so I'll be there and like, and it's just.
Everyone's like, "Oh, you must be listening to screamo music or something just to get them pumped or hype." No.
Now that I think about it, one that I am going to add to my gym gym mix
is it going to be what I think it is?
No, it's going to be Classroom of Assassination Classroom.
Yeah. Wait, Assassination Classroom or Classroom of the Elite? Okay. Listen to this man's vocals. It's amazing.
Enjoy it. I know my wife listens to this and she does not enjoy the voices, so...
Well, we're sorry that you're gonna enjoy these voices today, because we know you're a supporter of our channel and we appreciate it.
See, I don't do drugs or alcohol, but I think that my wife sometimes...
may think you're on it because...
when I act like this, my wife's like, I just want you to drink one time just so I can see how giggly and bubbly you are. I'm like, I'm good.
Even if I drink one time, I don't think I'm gonna get this way. It's gonna take a lot.
So, off topic. Anyway, so let me tell you about what's happening with Kaiju number 8, where the anime left off and stuff.
I mean, I know where it's at, but yeah, go ahead and explain to our fans that just may not.
Yeah. So, what I thought was interesting was it started off with him being way older than most people in anime. I love that, and I was like, great, that's for me because I'm hitting not quite that old, but I feel like that.
Me either.
And
we're not old.
We're old. Anyway.
Not old.
I'm bald. We're old.
You're bald, and I'm older than you, but I'm not that old.
All right. Hold on. So, I lost what I was talking about. Anyway, so that, and also the way he turned into a kaiju was interesting to me, because it's not like that hasn't happened before, but it's the subtle lines that are said before things happen. So, like when he says, "Found you," and he goes into I can't remember his name, Kafka.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. Why is that? Why was that the thing? But what weirded me out even more was where it ended off now is the people in his division found out he was a kaiju because he had to turn in order to save them, turn himself in. And then he was being basically beaten to death almost by the head director of the division. But...
almost fully turned.
Yeah, almost fully turned. But when you're looking at the thing that turned him, it shows back up. And it says that you aren't even supposed to be the one. I gotta remember what this line says. I'm pretty sure it says you weren't supposed to have this power. That's what it says. the new weapon of kaijus, you weren't supposed to have it. And I'm like, well, then why the hell did you go in? What's going on? So I'm very curious about what's happening.
It's pretty funny because you do say that, and there's a lot of things that me just being a realist, me knowing that's an anime, I understand it, but me being a realist is like, how the hell do you not hear that come into the room? It's not like the windows were, because I'm pretty sure the windows were closed.
Well,
the windows were closed because they busted through the...
I don't remember if they were closed or not.
I'm pretty sure that they were closed. But anyway, he's sitting there buzzing around like, did he turn off the buzzing? And no one heard a huge fly thing buzzing?
Well, the way they do it in the show is that he's talking to the new guy.
Yeah, like with the curtains there. And then all of a sudden, he looks back and he's right there.
And that thing is freaky, too.
And it's huge.
It's huge. It's freaky and huge.
And then all of a sudden he swallows it, and the other guy's like, "What's going on?" Doesn't even pull back cover. It's just like,
well, what I was saying was about the show that interested me was that it kicks off right away. That's episode 1. Yeah.
End of episode 1.
That is the kicking it off, and then episode like 2 or 3, you get one of if not the main baddie showing up and causing havoc.
Yeah.
Kaiju number 9, number 7 or number 9? I don't know. Kaiju number 9.
They classify it as no. Wait, 7. Do they do it as 9?
The white guy with the double
with the mushroom head.
Yeah.
No, I think
7 or 9.
He is 7 or 9. Yeah, that's right. Because I
think he's 9.
Because 8 doesn't show up until after.
He doesn't show up, but they don't. No,
they don't classify him until after. What was it? Was it the second fight against the plants? Or wait, not the plants. The thing that kept reproducing.
Yeah, it was the
Was it plant?
It was the not the Daikaiju, but the because he.
But was it
that
plants?
Kaiju comes in? No. That kaiju comes in and he starts infecting everybody with this like mushroom thing.
Yeah,
and then they start reproducing and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Or was it at the training exam where they killed everything and then it came back to life?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
They first saw kaiju number 8.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was. That's when the second time they saw kaiju number 8. Because the first time was after the hospital, he runs away.
Yeah, but no one got a real good description of him other than just the old man that was at the door.
But they figured his power level was probably that high. And then it was the training arc.
Oh, because he was gone. He was gone for a couple of months or something like that.
Yeah, he was gone for a while and he was able to train to transform and stuff. Yeah. And then he was in the training arc. And then after that,
they're like,
he met Kaiju. I think it's Kaiju number 9.
I'm pretty sure it's 9. It may be 7.
Well, either way, doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
But what I liked about it was a lot of times in animes and shows, there's this huge buildup of like, oh, when are they going to find out about this? When are they going to find out about that? Like, when about this? And it's like episode 3, they're like, this human just turned into a kaiju.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a different take. Okay, we're getting into it. Everyone's going to be all in a huff. Great. Love it.
Or the kaijus turning into humans.
Yeah, or that too.
So, like, the only people that knew at this point was just his buddy and then the girl after he saved her from the little entrance ceremony or entrance exam things that went wrong.
That I think was a Daikaiju, or it was turning into one or something.
Yeah, but I was gonna say at that point, I think they knew that humans or that kaiju could turn to humans, and that's probably what they were thinking at that point. That kaiju number 8 was a kaiju that just turned into a human, not the opposite. A human that turned into a kaiju.
What I want to know about is why is his power output for the kaiju suits 0 or 1% at this time?
Well, yeah, because of all that hard work. Is it 1 or is it 0.1?
Well, I want to know is if it's like a thought kind of thing, less than a physical ability thing. If it's more of like how, like, how do I say this? Kind of like how when he was trying to resist going full kaiju, he had to remember about, Mina and like his purpose for the whole fight. I wonder if you have to like really, really focus on that in order to get the suits to work.
I don't know, because he said that he had no problem passing the written exam every time. He just failed at the second part, which was the suit things.
Yeah.
But even before he was a kaiju, he failed it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was mental thing.
That's what I'm trying to figure out is because he's strong.
Yeah,
he's like a strong guy.
Yeah, with him being part of the Corps that he was for whatever years, 13 or 8 years, whatever he said.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be fit. Cutting all those slabs from kaijus and doing what you're doing. So I don't know what the criteria is for it, though.
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. I want to know. It says it was 0%. He didn't seem surprised by that. Like, he knew that.
Yeah.
I want to know if he already has some kaiju DNA in him, like, already.
That's what the speculation is, without ruining everything.
Because that would make sense for why the suit doesn't work. Because if it's made of kaiju parts, you're, like, mixing kaiju DNA.
Yeah.
And if it's not the right one, then it's not gonna work.
Well, it's kind of funny because also, at this point, we don't really know much about Kafka's background. We know about Mina's through him.
Yeah,
but we don't know about his.
Well, see, I don't know much about Mina's either.
Well, her parents died, obviously, because he was at the last episode. He was holding her hand, pretty much signified, parents or someone close to her died. I don't know if it was a parent or not. But at the very beginning, though, when they were flashbacks as kids, like, we're not going to have nothing like this happen again.
I get what you're saying.
But he appeared out of nowhere, though. Where did he come from? And was he crying because he had something similar happen to him?
Stuff just got dark in my brain.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you made me just think that.
Talk about it. You haven't read the manga. Okay. Go ahead.
What
this is new to everyone.
He actually is the secret project for the kaijus.
Yeah.
The first time they tried to turn a kaiju into a human, but they did it so well at a young age, he thought he was human.
Yeah.
And he actually killed Mina's parents.
Ooh-wee!
But he doesn't know that.
Okay, you're going into
like,
oh shit.
So what if that's why he was,
or he had a trigger that's blocking that memory. That's why
that thing found him. Is like, there you are. We've been looking for you. You are the original thing. And that thing was like, you're a kaiju. You're not a human.
Or maybe he has that emotional attachment to Mina. It's that hard because of Oh,
okay.
My God.
Yeah, buddy.
Tell us what your guys' thoughts are, because it's getting pretty deep. But if you read the manga, don't spoil.
Yeah, don't spoil.
But if you haven't, feel free to comment.
Actually, you know what? Let me know if I'm right. I like being right.
Okay, so. You'd like to know. I mean, with me, I've told Jay this multiple times. If you've seen something and I haven't, and you want to tell me, I don't mind. I don't mind spoilers. It's not going to do anything. I mean, I'm still going to watch it or read it or whatever. I don't mind spoilers.
I've told you several times. There are some animes I won't watch because I know the ending.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to. Yeah. It ends on cliffhanger. Don't want to watch it.
I'll still, if it's something that I want to watch, like what we're talking about right now, Kaiju number 8, I'm going to watch it, even if you do tell me, because I just want to see for myself.
See, I'm the type of person who's like, I'll eat it if it looks okay. Just don't tell me what's in it. I'm like that. Yeah. If you tell me what's in it, I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah, I can see that too with myself, because I was like, hey man, that looks good. But as soon as you tell me, my mind's instantly what?
Well, yeah. That's
maybe
how
I'm not going to try.
That's
it
how
now.
I am with shows. So if you're like, hey, you want to watch this? I'm like, I already know about these parts. Good, man. Good.
It's just going to be a waste of time for me.
Like, what's it called? March Comes In Like a Lion. I would love that. I would love that show.
I don't know if I've seen that.
But I can't because I know how it ends.
March Comes In. This is probably another rom-com that he's talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
You know
it is.
How Jay is with this rom-coms by now.
On top of them. So,
March
but
comes in like
Kaiju number 8 did come out of left field for me because I didn't know anything about it.
Well, I'm so happy.
It was just so...
You weren't the only one. So many people were, and I'm so happy for you guys because the show is an absolute bomb. Like good show. Like bomb blow up everything around. Not in a bad way. Like we're killing people. I don't know. I'm awkward. I'm sorry.
You're doing okay.
But you guys know what I mean. It's just the show is it's great.
Could you imagine if
And then imagine that ending song too. That bop.
Oh, dude, you know how people I've seen a lot of TikTok trends over that. A lot of people are upset with the ending song.
What?
Hold on. Not because of the song itself. But because of Kaiju number 8 is doing basically the same thing Demon Slayer does, which is like the most dramatic part of the episode cuts off but it doesn't cut off with like a to be continued or
it kind of like a One Piece does.
It cuts off with a how does the first lyrics go?
It's like nobody.
Nobody got you the way that you, and you're like, no, dude, don't do that. Don't play this upbeat, happy song at the end of that.
That's what I love about stuff like that. I just find that hilarious. You just saw someone just get murdered, or someone's about to die or lose themselves, and then all of a sudden, nobody loves you the way.
Yeah. That would be like
so
the
great.
equivalent of that would be like spoilers for Harry Potter. But like the Order of the Phoenix when Sirius Black dies, it would be like Sirius Black dies, roll credits. You're like, what? No, don't do that.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, that's one thing I love about anime. Don't get me wrong. Or animation or people.
When all the episodes are out, and because there are a few times where I'll get that, I'll watch a show that's been out for a while, and I'll get to watch all the episodes in a row. It'll do that, and I'll go, oh no, and then I'll start the next one. It's like, oh, so glad I don't have to wait a week. That would suck.
That's the thing. Like whenever when we were at work, I was behind on the episodes. I think I was an episode behind before this last one came out, and Jay and another friend of ours they both watched episode. What was this, episode 11 or 10?
The last one that aired of Demon Slayer was 11.
Kaiju number 8.
I don't remember. 10, I think.
Okay, it was 10, and I only just saw 9. Wait, no. It was 11 on Kaiju.
Was Kaiju 11 as well?
I think so. We're gonna say it's 11 because they watched 10, and I yet to watch 10 because it was the day that it was being released. I watched 9. And 9 was the part where they just started, where he was beating the crap out of him, the commander.
Yeah.
And or no.
Because that's 10.
No. Yeah, that's 10. 9 was right when he.
They fight the invasion that's attacking their division.
No.
Yeah. 9 ends with him getting captured by Mina.
Yeah.
10 is him getting.
Oh, and he was about to get. No, he started fighting, or
10 is more of like an overview of like all of the people. No,
I'm trying to remember. I swore 9 was like right when he was just about to attack the captain as a kaiju.
Let me look. Let me look at it right now.
Yeah, we're looking it up right now. Ooh, Gojo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Crunchyroll did some really cool things.
Was it 11 or? We're looking right now. Ooh, I see One Piece in there.
Yeah, I share with some people. Ooh, that updated. I want to watch that.
Whoa, what?
There's
Kaiju number 8. I mean, it was at the very beginning. If you
Bofarine really came out of nowhere for me. Where was it?
You just passed it, or go back to wherever you
look it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was the cover.
Yeah, I was like, did you not see?
12.
Oh, there's 12. So I was on episode 10. Secret revealed. 11.
Okay, yeah, that's when he gets caught.
Okay, you got 10, and they just saw. They already saw 11, and I think, yeah.
Yeah, 12 came out.
12 came out that night.
And then you watched.
And they watched 11, and I was still on 10, and I was like, "Don't tell me what happens," even though I kind of already knew, but I just wanted to see it animated, and then. Yeah, the goats, just episode came out where they just got through. Yeah, because I was talking all about them okay, so because they just got through killing the big and huge monster.
Yeah.
And I was at the episode where he just grew big. Yeah, he just grew big, and we'll find out what was happening, and then we realized, in that episode, Mina was blowing him up, and then. All of a sudden, everyone's like, "Oh, okay, I don't have to transform to save the vice captain." And all of a sudden, there's a ticking spirit bomb in the sky.
Now I'm convinced of my theory because, everything that I'm thinking about in my head, I'm like, that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
See, it's the only thing until he's proven a different thing.
Because that's the only reason that freaking thing, ugly
little fly
worm thing, would be like, there you are.
Hello, take me to your leader.
Yeah. Like, unless he's so covered in kaiju DNA from working in them all the time that this thing thought it was the kaiju that died. But
that could be it. But they do have protective suits on. But how much does that actually protect?
Well, he didn't really have the protective suit on that well when he was fighting the first kaiju to save the newbie.
Well, I mean, he was trying to. He had the head off.
Yeah.
But they weren't also working in the intestines like they were that.
I know, but
in the first time
but
too.
But what we've seen in this series is that they keep reviving the ones that die, or like they have them reproduce or something. So I don't know.
I don't know. It's a lot of theories, but yeah, I was just saying how I didn't want to be spoiled. Well, man, I'm being a hypocrite now because I was just saying how I didn't want them to tell me about what happened, even though I already knew what happened, but I just wanted to see animated. And I just literally said I don't mind spoilers, so I'm a hypocrite. I just now realized that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, audience. T's a hypocrite.
But yeah, the Demon Slayer. I've had a lot of people talk about it, and I've had a lot of people who are like, "Oh, it's great, I love it."
In what ways, though?
Well, a lot of them like the animation, and a lot of them are very, very surprised by that first episode.
Yeah.
They was like, "Oh, that got dark really quick." I'm like, yeah, it's an anime. They do that. Yeah. But I'm very surprised with a lot of people who do not like Demon Slayer. There are some people who are so against it, like, "Oh, I don't like it," either because they think it's slow paced, or they don't think it's a good story, or all yada yada. I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, they're gonna love it now because
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, did you watch the first season? Like, what do you mean? Like,
the first season was a great season.
I don't like the main character. I'm like, how? He's like the best boy.
And that's probably why they don't like him. Yeah, because he's the best boy.
He's not broken. He doesn't have any problems. I'm like, his whole family got murdered. What do you mean he doesn't have any problems?
But he's too cheery. Like, he's just making the best use of his situation right now. He's got a sister that's a demon ready to kill.
On his back.
Like,
everywhere.
Do you not see he's constantly riddled with the guilt of his family dying by having his sister being thrown on his... The symbolic reasons on this show is just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the symbolism is everywhere. Yeah. You just look past some of the obvious stuff, but yeah. Like, of course, we know he's broken. He's a broken character.
Yeah.
But he's just trying to, do what he can just to make everyone happy, make the world a better place, etc., etc. I mean, he's doing what he can to at least atone for his sister.
I'm so ready for the Hinokage Kagura for against Muzan. I'm so excited for it.
It's gonna be crazy. Like, I don't even know. Like, wow, 3 years. Mm-hmm.
That's just my guess. They could drop them sooner than that if they're working around the clock, but most movies are going to be at least a year.
It's just crazy because a lot of stuff happens in this. To be honest, it's a very short frame of time in the manga, but a lot of stuff happens. Yep. A lot. Between the battles, the fighting. A lot happens, and
I can't wait.
Jam pack it in.
I am excited because I do have spoilers from the manga. I'm excited to see Upper Rank number 2.
Okay.
I'm excited for that. I don't remember who he fights. I think it's the Water Hashira, but I don't remember. I think he fights 2 people, but I don't remember. But that's gonna be so interesting to watch that.
Yeah, it's
gonna be so interesting.
It's great. Yeah, and then. You're
struggling for words right now.
Well, it's because I'm just reminiscing over everything and the amount of I don't want to spoil anything. A lot of stuff is going to go down. A lot of people are going to be involved.
You're going to get murked.
I didn't say it.
I did.
You said it, not me.
I don't know because I haven't seen the spoilers for that, but I'm guessing a lot of people are going to get murked.
It's just going to be crazy. It's just going to be like, what the after another. Like, literally, a lot of what the...
Well, see, Demon Slayer does a really good job of that during fights.
Yeah.
Because a lot of shows do that outside of fights. But Demon Slayer...
they're going to do it in the fights.
Like the entertainment district, you were like, what is going on?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And then,
Okay. That just remind. Yeah. So basically, how this fight should be done, this whole arc should be the high points of the entertainment district times 10.
Yeah.
Like it's
that's what I'm expecting.
It's literally like stuff is gonna go crazy.
You're fine. Episode 11 kicked off like that.
Yeah.
Like it went full color, full flame, full explosion, full like just beautiful
it's
animation.
Like every episode.
The Hashira showed up and you were like, here it goes, it's about to go down. And then it was like, see you next year. You're like, son of a gun.
Peace. That one meme where that black kid does the peace sign and he disappears. That's it.
Yeah.
Right at the
they might as well have played the
nobody that would have been the ultimate troll and FU. I would have loved it. I would have loved it. I would have hated it, but I would have loved it so much because I love when I get trolled like
I hate
that.
that.
It's so funny.
Because you can't help but laugh. You're like, dude,
because
no.
The reason why is because I think of all the other people watching it, and I just know that there's some real people that are just like, motherfucker, I hate, screaming or punching the TV.
I do love that for the past year or so, animes have been doing this thing where they started testing out having longer episodes, either for the first one, for the last one, or for the first 2 episodes. They have longer episodes, like Frieren. They're like 40-minute episodes, and I love that, but it draws me in too much because then when it ends, I wasn't expecting it. It really throws me off.
It's I like it. It's like you're watching a mini movie, and then when they cut you off, it's like, where's my needle?
Fix?
Yeah, I need my fix. Someone stabbed me. Give me something. I need my fix. So.
Give me 2 cc's of DBT right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. And I love it. Like, you can tell while I was at work, I was excited, even though I didn't see the episodes of Kaiji number 8. Mm-hmm. It kept me talking about it, and I think that's the good thing about anime and these the producers or people that put it out, because people are going to keep talking about it, obviously showing the interest, wanting more, giving them a reason to keep going the way that they're going. So
that's how I know an anime like really, really stuck with me. Is like for our job we just drive around all day, and so there were a few times my first year of being married where I was watching this show and I would find that I was just messing up all day because I was just rewatching the shows in my head, not even on my phone or listening.
Messing up.
This was before I had like music or anything while I was on the route. I was just in silence. And so I was just rewatching them in my head. And that would, so I would get to points.
You're zoned.
Yeah, so I would get to points in the show where I would be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. And then I'd have to like slow down and fix what I was doing because I was like it messed with me so bad. Because I'd be like, I have to go faster so I can get home to watch the show. I have to go faster to watch the show.
But joke's on you. You finish, you're going right back out, buddy.
Yeah. But it's okay. I have my imagination because that's when I was actually doing better on TikTok because I had more time to think about things.
Yeah, you could tell too.
Wow, thanks. Appreciate it, bro.
Those old videos. I know exactly where you were when you took them. Most people don't, but I do.
Yeah. Well, actually, I had a few people comment and like, I know where you are. And I was like, okay,
that's awesome. That's what I like. So I know exactly where you're at.
It's like, all right. It's like, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That's great.
So,
I hope you all go back and look at his earlier videos and try to figure out where he's at.
Still my top pins. I have all my best ones top pins. So still my top 3.
Oh, that's great. That's
so great, dude. I'm hoping. Look, this is a little shameless thing that we're going to talk about right now. I'm hoping that my TikTok will blow up once the new Fairy Tail comes out. Because that's how I got my start, so that's how I'm hoping that I'm like...
Oh, it probably will.
Blow it up.
I'll be right there watching.
I'm so excited for that to come out.
100 Years Quest.
Yep.
Any Fairy Tail fans out there?
Yeah.
Power of Friendship?
Shut up. I hate that. I hate that argument.
As long as I got my friends, I can do anything.
That's every anime, though. It's not just...
Fairy Tail glorifies it to another level.
I really don't think so. I never felt that way. I always thought it was the same thing. I was like, yeah, it's just.
I ain't got to worry about my friends. I know that they're doing fine right now. And they somehow miraculously are.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I said this in my TikTok. You're going to make me rant now. So here's the thing, is that it's not just that they're friends. It's their family. Like, that is their family.
That's true.
That is their home. It's not like everyone's like, oh, it's their guild. I'm like, no. That's basically their house. That's where they are all the time, 24/7. That's their place. Those are not their friends. Those are their family members.
Yeah. I mean, it's true because Lucy has a family, but she considers a guild more a family than her actual
she
family.
She doesn't talk to her dad.
She doesn't talk to him. She's like...
So I'm like, I never understood the power of friendship thing because I'm like, no, they're just...
Yeah, because when you think about it, everyone in the guild's like an orphan.
It's an orphan. It's
a glorified orphanage.
It's an orphanage. Which is great. I'm not, no offense against orphans or orphanages.
Yeah. No.
But what I'm saying is like, that's why their bond is so strong, and that's why they're constantly talking about each other, is because that's all they have. That's it. Natsu literally lives in like a shed.
A shed.
Yeah.
A shack.
A filthy shack. Which is like in the backyard of the guild.
They always go to Lucy's house just
because this place is trash. So...
Lucy, can I just walk in? You're taking a shower? Oh, well. Yeah. I don't mind boobs. What? That's nothing to me. I just want to fight.
We'll talk about Fairy Tail another time because that's like my...
Natsu's like Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
No,
they just want to fight. No, they don't. Oh, I walked in on you naked? Oh, doesn't matter.
Goku borderline annoys me.
Goku's a horrible father. He neglects his son.
No, it's not even that. It's that... his willingness to almost destroy every universe
just to fight. That's what I'm saying.
That's what bothers me. I'm like, okay.
I'm pretty sure Natsu's like that as well too.
No, it's not. Natsu wants to test his power, but Natsu knows when he's not strong enough. That was something that
against who? When?
Against
was it Agnalia?
No, against
or one of the
Guildarts. That's like one of the lessons Guildarts taught him.
But he always tries to fight him. And him and what's his face?
But he's fighting him as like
the lightning.
It's more like a play thing rather than an actual fight.
What's the lightning guy? God, I can't remember.
It's been a while. I'd have to rewatch it.
Who's basically him and Mary, whatever, the girl who turns into a demon. They're like lovers, pretty much. Like, what's his name? Roxas?
Loxus? Yeah.
Loxus? It's like, I know it's some Kingdom Hearts sounding name. Loxus. That sounds right. Yeah. But he was stronger than them, but apparently they overcame the gap, but like, well, you haven't seen it. I've read a lot of it. Once again, he's an anime watcher. I'm an anime watcher, but I'm also a manga reader. Yeah, I read a lot of mangas.
I can name on one hand the manhwa I've read. If it's manga, it's less. It's like 2 or 3. So manhwa is a little bit more because I like my rom-com stuff.
He does.
I'll read my manhwa rom-coms.
I love a lot of mangas.
Under the oak tree.
I'm into webtoons right now because it's easy access on the iPad instead of going to actual manga sites and looking them up and risking a chance of getting my computer affected by it.
Well, I have a manhwa app on my phone. It's like a few bucks a month or whatever, so it's nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's like $4. Anyways, do you have anything else to say about Demon Slayer or Kaiju number 8?
We can go into Fairy Tail if you want.
No, that's going to be way too long. No, it'll be way too long.
I mean, you said you got popular off TikTok. Yeah, you may get popular on our podcast because of it.
That's like...
Because now you got a person to go against you.
That is one of my shows that people are always like, if you could delete one show from your brain and watch again, I'm like, that has to be in the top 3. Not because I hated watching it, but because I loved watching it so much that I would love to experience it again.
You know what's funny? I enjoyed reading it more than I did watching it.
I understand that.
It was, but once again, it's original source material.
Well, also Fairy Tail kind of did the same thing One Piece does, where it's like huge recap, intro song, fight, what's coming up next episode, intro. You know.
I feel like if they up their animation, which I hope they do with the 100 Years Quest, it would be a lot better. But it kind of does seem a little plain to me. That's why I haven't really went back to watch it. But I do love me some Fairy Tail. I'm not gonna lie. I like I said, I've read all the way up to 100 Years Quest, and
I've tried
half of it.
Fairy Tail. I've said this before on my TikTok. Is that Fairy Tail is the hardest anime for me to get people to watch.
Yeah.
And I have no idea why.
One, the name.
But I don't. Well, I can understand if people are upset with the animation because in the beginning, whenever they do fire stuff, they like have like a seal summons that shows up or whatever, and they get rid of that really quickly.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like, it's so good. It's so wholesome. It's very funny.
It is. It's wholesome.
And it's super wholesome.
Natsu's an idiot.
It's got some good fight scenes.
Happy is just as dumb as Natsu sometimes.
Happy and Natsu are just chaotic.
Yeah, they're great together, but it's chaotic.
I think it works because it's not that one is smarter, because usually you have the dumb one and the smart
one. Yeah, they're like equal.
Both idiots.
Yeah, they're both dumb as.
And so Lucy is like, "What are you two talking about?"
My thing is, why does she love him the way she does like that?
I don't know.
Is it because he's a big, strong guy that protects her? And
I don't think so.
She can always come to her rescue when she calls.
I think it's like
Natsu.
No, I think it's like
boom. I'm here, Lucy.
Shut up.
My big, strapping, muscly, fiery self.
I think it's a lost dog syndrome. Because like because at the beginning he's like, you smell nice, like you smell good,
you smell,
and so he's just constantly around her, and she's
like, what the get away from me.
She's treating him like a lost puppy, kind of thing.
Yeah,
because he's not like a bad guy or anything. He's not doing it out of like to be creepy or anything. He's just like
kind of like how they kind of glorify sex symbols and in Fairy Tail too.
Well, also
with Lucy's clothing outfit, like it's not nothing. Gray Fullbuster gets fully naked and she's wearing like a skimpy outfit, and all eyes are on her, but everyone's like, oh, that's just Gray, being all out and everything.
Gray in the beginning, you're like, that's really weird, and then you learn about his backstory and you're like, that's still really weird.
It's still, I was like, where are you going with this? It's still.
I'm glad you have some kind of an excuse for it.
Yeah.
Oh crap! You just made me forget what I was going to say. Another reason that I really like you made me talk about Fairy Tail. We don't have time for this. Is Urza is one of my favorite female characters.
Yeah.
In the whole thing, in most anime.
Most anime, yeah.
She's amazing.
Strong, fearless female. Warrior.
Because I remember watching it in the dub, and even in the dub, I was like, "That's mom right there. She's great. She's awesome."
She always challenged the youngins, I would say. And her backstory is pretty effed up as well too.
Okay, well, I don't want to talk any more about.
Okay. I was wanting to get into it.
You made me think of things, and I'm like, we don't have time for that.
We'll do that for next week.
I need to get to the gym.
We're gonna talk about this next week.
Okay. All right.
Fairy Tail's the next.
Fairy Tail.
Next episode, Fairy Tail.
Okay. That just gives me an excuse to rewatch episodes of Fairy Tail.
That's perfectly fine.
All right.
We were struggling. I'm not gonna lie, we were struggling to find out what we were going to talk about, because we have a lot of things to talk about. Now we just locked down.
I hate you so much right now. I'm thinking of Gildart. I'm thinking of
good.
Okay, all right.
Zareth. His whole deal.
I will say no. I'm not going to say because shut up. Do the outro. Do the outro.
What is the outro? Do we have a set outro?
I don't know. I did the intro.
Didn't we just do bye and
we did like one, two, three, bye the last
because we were like, okay. I mean, I guess we can do the same. This has been a J&T production.
Why do you sound like you're falling asleep?
I don't know. This has been a J&T production. Thank you for joining us today in our podcast, and we hope to hear from you guys soon. If you like what you heard, like and subscribe, leave a comment. We will be reading them and trying to respond back to any questions that you may see. Or hey, if you want to read us a question, if you want to write us a question,
read us anything
we'll
you want.
Read it on the podcast and explain it or I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm horrible at this. Okay, bye, guys. Bye.
No, I'm gonna let you struggle.
No, just end it. Just end it right now. This is horrible.
Please share, like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. And we really appreciate it. So we'll talk to you guys later.
I'm a failure.
1, 2, 3, goodbye.
1, 2, 3, goodbye.